A shepherd just deleted a monster's skull with 3 words. No chant, no circle, just pure mana and zero mercy. Welcome to the Extraction Chamber. I'm your host, Extract, and today we're cracking open the Shepherd Wizard, where the most dangerous man alive is out here counting sheep. And here's the hook. This isn't another overpowered power fantasy. It's a slow burn about a guy who's already burned out. Let's go. 2 kids, wizards and monsters. Sounds cute. It isn't. This boy throws a net on the girl, declares himself the monster, and when she fights back, stick to the face. Bonk. No hesitation. Grandpa Rabus shuts it down fast. Already the story is telling you. Power without control is just bullying. That theme runs deep. In this world, wizards are the apex, nobles, knights, born with god blood and a mana pool you couldn't dream of. No gift, you're an NPC. That's just the world. But the village has a bigger problem. A shadow leopard appeared last night. Pitch black, body the size of a house. Some guy named ROP stumbled across it and somehow lived. The village chief already bounced to the city to hire a wizard, because without one, these people are just lunch. Cut to Hizeril Hill, green, quiet, sheep everywhere. And there's Turan, face in the grass, completely checked out, same scenery, same day, on repeat. He's been hiding his power out here so long he's worried he'll forget how to speak. This man is voluntarily rotting. Now most stories would have him training in secret. This one shows him decaying. That's a choice, and it tells you everything about his mental state. Then Rabus shows up, calls him pathetic, blocks his sunlight, tries to play the concerned elder. Big mistake. Turan doesn't even sit up. Your breath stinks so bad my nose is going to rot. Emotional damage. Rabus leaves with nothing, then drops the monster news on the way out. Turan doesn't panic. He's just curious. A wizard is coming. Just how strong are they? Notice, no fear, curiosity. That's the first crack in his shell. He doesn't get to wonder. The smell hits him first. Thick, metallic, blood. He moves fast into the woods, sun setting, following the trail. Then he finds the source, a hand reaching out from the dark. Rabus, the old man who was just talking to him, torn apart, gone. And here's where the story earns its weight. Rabus wasn't a mentor, he was just an annoying old man. But his death still hits, because nobody is safe. The wounds aren't from any ordinary animal. It had to be the monster. The ground shakes. The shadow leopard steps out. Eyes locked. It thinks it found easy prey. It has no idea. Back in the village, the kids are asking. The wizard will beat it right. 1 word, and it's dead right. The parents nod. Don't worry. The wizard showed up. He's losing. Throws everything. The leopard tanks it. Shrugs it off. The wizard freezes. Turan steps forward. Stop. He already knew brute force wouldn't work, but he'd already done the math. And that's what separates him from every other wizard in this story. He thinks before he casts. Most manhwa skip this step. This one doesn't. 3 commands. No chant. No circle. Just control so clean it's terrifying. Harden. The mana crushes into his arm like iron. Become faster. He disappears. Pierce through. A beam of light rips straight through the dark and connects. The leopard screams. Blood. Silence. Now watch his face. No satisfaction, no relief, just emptiness. That's not a hero. That's a weapon pointing itself. Turan looks at the carcass, covered in blood. Not even winded. Should I toss this into a valley or something? Pause. Teste. Then, those village bastards sure put me to work. First time using it on a monster. Looked bored doing it. But here's the problem. The village heard that. They saw what he did. And in this world, being the strongest just means everyone wants a piece of you. That's where things get messy. Turan's standing in the aftermath, blood on his hands, monster dead. First thought, those village idiots put me to work. Unbothered, completely unbothered. And that's the moment you realize, this guy isn't cold. He's just running on empty. Killing a monster feels like doing dishes to him. Morning comes. The village does not. They're at his door. Loud, angry, pointing fingers. You killed Rabus. You hurt him, fed him to the monster. Turan listens, doesn't blink. Then he looks the big guy dead in the eye. I see why you want to frame me. The oldest man died alone. The young men who were supposed to fight didn't. Someone has to take the blame. Might as well be the shepherd. The big guy snaps, lunges, wrong move. Magic is simple. Turan wishes for something hard enough. It happens, costs mana. That's all. No chant, no circle, just pure will. He doesn't even start a fire. Just enough force, just enough to put them down. Not dead, just dominated. One by one. The whole mob hits the grass. 8 years of hiding. Didn't even feel it. Watch his face here again. No anger, no satisfaction. Just a man swatting flies. That's not power, that's numbness. A girl pushes through, not here to fight. Hands him coins for Rabus's funeral, says he should have used his strength for that instead. Turan takes it, says nothing. But that line stings, because she's right, and he knows it. He's leaving for town anyway. Fine, he'll give them one proper beating to remember. Then he's gone. Except someone's already at his door. A stranger, traveler, calm, well-dressed, slightly awkward. Thought he could use the place as an inn. Turan's mother raised him with manners. So he doesn't slam the door, just stares. A traveler here in this dead-end town. Come in. Food is simple. Traveler acts like it's a banquet. Compliments Turan's manners. Must have had great parents. Turan corrects him. Just his mother. She died a few years ago. Illness, flat, no drama. I say the rest. She was proud. She deserved better than a hill full of sheep. This is the first real emotion we've seen from him, and it's grief, buried so deep it only comes out sideways. The traveler goes quiet, then asks what keeps a well-mannered shepherd in a town like this. Turan fires back. What brings a traveler here? The man answers straight. He was hired looking for a monster, a fixer. Then he puts it on the table. I am a wizard. The one the village chief called. He senses a monster in the area, but there's no monster. And Turan, who knows exactly what happened to that monster, sits there calm, unbothered, not running. The wizard's eyes narrow. You seem awfully brave for a shepherd who's never left this town. Who are you? Turan says nothing. The wizard leans in, starts talking about bad nobles, the ones who run towns like this. If they find out you're a wizard, you're not family. You're a tool, a shepherd dog, used, discarded the moment you stop being useful. His voice drops. To avoid being found out as a wizard, you might have to kill people. The candle flickers. Room goes cold. Turan sits there carrying the secret his mother died protecting, staring at a wizard who just confirmed exactly why she made him hide it. This scene is the thesis of the whole manhwa. Power doesn't free you, it traps you. The wizard drops the bomb. To keep the secret, you might have to kill your opponent. Turan just stares. So this is what it comes to. The wizard watches his face, then laughs. Relax, it's a joke. Turan doesn't laugh, says he doesn't have a good sense of humor. The wizard grins wider. That reaction was too entertaining. Off guard. Classic. He extends a hand. Turan, a wanderer, 75 years old, doesn't look it. Wizards age slower. Turan shakes it. Turan, a shepherd, 18. They talk through the night. No agenda, no schemes, just two people sharing a meal and actual conversation. Turan spent 60 years serving a place. Got tired, left, wanted to roam freely. Turan listens genuinely. First time he's talked to another wizard. First time he's met someone whose ease and humor felt natural. Not performed, not political, just real. And this is the turning point. Turan has been hiding from the world, but Turan shows him that not every wizard is a chain. Some are just people. Dawn sneaks up on them. Neither noticed the sun coming up. Turan stands, drops a coin on the table. Adamson silver, purest noble coin. More than enough for the meal. Says he hopes the hunt goes smoothly. Then I hope we never see each other again. Walks out. Pauses at the door. Might come by a few more times to mooch off you though gone. Turan stands with his sheep, watching the hill, thinking, first wizard he's ever met, and he was nothing like what he expected, not arrogant, not cold, just a good person. Turan always assumed knights and wizards were just tools of arrogant nobles. Turan broke that. One conversation shattered years of isolation. That's the power of genuine connection, and this story earns it. Anyway, how does he tell him there are no more monsters on Hisaril Hill? Kjorn's already in the woods investigating. He finds the battle site, traces everywhere, scorched ground, torn earth, but no monster presence. It's gone, not fled, gone. He goes still. Was the monster already hunted? Who in the world could leave it to become a wraith and then destroy it? Either a wizard did this, or someone who knew exactly what they were doing. He fires a blast at the wraith remnant. It gets nullified. Cold stops him dead. His magic cancelled. That means whoever killed this monster had mana vastly stronger than his. He looks around. It disappeared. Is it countering magic with magic? Where is it? The wraith erupts from the dark. Massive, furious. Kjorn takes the hit. This isn't a level a mere knight can handle. Not even close. You'd need at minimum a lower-ranked noble wizard. He squares up anyway. So you hid in a mountain village. Fine. He knows what life looks like from here. So this is as far as you go. The wraith snarls. Not going to die obediently. Even if I die, I'm taking you with me. It compresses everything, all its mana. One shot. The moment Kjorn lunges, it unleashes. The blast connects. Silence. Then a beam cuts through the dark. Blue, clean, surgical. The wraith dissolves. Kjorn hits the ground. Looks up. Turan is standing there, shepherd's crook still in hand. Kjorn blinks. Are you alright? A shepherd's job is pretty startling too. Turan. So you were a wizard? Yes, sir. Why didn't you tell me? Turan pauses, changes the question himself. Why did you help me just now? You could have walked away. Because. That's all he says, because. Kjorn looks at him, and that single word, because, says everything. No calculation, no debt, just a choice. And that's the first time Turan has seen someone choose him for no reason at all. Chunk 6 asks why he's going this far for people who just try to frame him. Turan almost smiles. They're pitiful, living on the frontier, trembling, no protection. That's not your fault. A wizard by nature should live with pride. Protect the powerless. Kjorn shrugs. Not every wizard thinks like that. Everyone has their own way of living. Turan nods, doesn't argue. Then the ground shakes again. Something bigger. Kjorn snaps into focus. Listen carefully. This one is not a level we can fight. It needs at least a noble ranked wizard. Go tell the village chief. Get them out. I'll hold it here. I talk big, but I don't know how long I can last. Turan looks at him. What? Kjorn watches him steady and calm. If that last attack landed at full strength, it'll be okay. Turan stares back. Is he saying what I think he's saying? A young wizard hiding out in the mountains, in a rural village. Mana that even nobles would respect. Kjorn has seen a lot in 75 years. This scene in front of him could be the beginning of a wizard who will turn the world upside down. Turan's eyes sharpen, hair rising, mana building, cold and controlled and enormous. He looks at the darkness ahead. I was curious about my limits too. Turan steps forward. I was curious about my limits too. Kjorn blocks him. Won't allow it. No matter how talented. That thing is a tough opponent. We join forces. The wraith lunges. Kjorn takes the hit. Goes down hard. At this moment, I'm not at full strength. I couldn't even react to that last attack. What I need to do right now is make Turan's talent bloom. Fast. Turan charges. Physical hits. Nothing. The wraith tanks every strike clean. Kjorn shouts from the ground. You can't kill a wraith with physical attacks. Then how? With fire or lightning. Turan's eyes shift. He can do it immediately. Kjorn sees it. That's not the point. A wizard's power lets you establish proper relationships with other beings. Basic requirement. Then it clicks. Could it be? He was the one who killed the monster and left it alone to become a wraith. Which means Turan has never absorbed mana in his life. And he's already this strong. Don't limit him. Make it bloom. Shoot it. Kjorn talks fast. Fire is simple for a wizard, but controlling it requires separate training. Turan doesn't wait for the full explanation. Does it immediately. A wall of fire erupts. Raw. Massive. Kjorn shouts instructions mid-battle. Keep your mana focused. Keep pouring it in so the fire doesn't Go out. Burn everything around the wraith. Push it back. Turan locks in, eyes cold, steady. The wraith dissolves. We won. Kiorn stares at the smoke. That was an absurdly strong wraith. Noble class minimum to fight it. A shepherd from the mountains took it down. He looks at Turan differently now. If you don't want another wraith, absorb the mana first. How? Imagine yourself drawing something into you. Alright. Green light floods Turan's palm. Clean, controlled, instantaneous. Kiorn goes still. You'll feel some sort of pleasure. I can't believe it even after seeing it with my own eyes. So this was your first time absorbing mana? Yes. After one's first absorption, mana drops slowly with age. The best way to show or kill monsters or worse is mana. But this was Turan's first time, and he's already able to master it at this level. This young man's inner potential is on a different league. Turan, yes, I've been very rude to you. Which house do you belong to? Kiorn, yes. Is your blood of Kiorn? Pardon me for my rudeness. Turan cuts him off. I don't know who my father is. I'm just a shepherd who doesn't even know who his father is. So please stop it. Kiorn drops it. But why would a powerful wizard be a shepherd? Turan is flat. It was my mother's request. Told me to be a shepherd. It suited me. Your mother's request. Kiorn goes quiet. Below the mountain there are nobles. If it's revealed that there's a wizard among them, conflict is inevitable. She was wise. And hey, before we go further, I've got an Amazon affiliate link in the description. If you want to support the channel, anything you buy through that link helps me keep making these recaps, no extra cost to you. Just a click. Now back to the story. Turan blinks, surprised someone would call it overprotective parenting wise. Kiorn's expression doesn't change. Wizards have great power. Power that doesn't even need to be fully extended. Just 23 years ago, a war between the House of Erebion and House Sahar killed nearly 3,000 people. A third of them died. His friend Deneve, his teacher Hartman, his wife and son, all massacred by House Sahar. He alone survived. That's why your mother hid you. To an extent, a knight's life is more easily and meaninglessly lost in conflict. But the one who was wrong about Turan's aptitude was him. He's embarrassed to say this while being a knight of fairly good skill. But if you easily defeated the monster's wraith, your potential isn't that of a knight. At minimum upper tier noble level, and among them at least upper aptitude. Turan goes still. My mother said my father was a knight. Was that a lie? On rare occasions a noble class child is born among knights. In that sense it would be better for Turan to leave this world behind and go out into the world. Why? Because we need more nobles and knights. Humans still aren't complete masters of the world. Long ago the other races that the gods watched over are still waiting, watching for a chance to rise again. And in the middle of that the two great bloodlines keep fighting each other. That's why this is an age that desperately needs wizards and kind human beings. More than anything, you aren't satisfied living as a shepherd, are you? Turan doesn't answer right away. What could I gain going down the mountain? That depends on what you want. Wealth, fame, authority, family, friendship. Any of that is hard to obtain here. Try imagining it. You could wander like an explorer, venture into the unknown, or be absorbed into a great family with the path of power. Listening to you, I think you're right. It would be more interesting than herding sheep here. For the first time, he's genuinely curious about the world outside. I worry I might be planting dangerous notions in a human child. I'll support every possibility you have. Right. What's your bloodline ability? I should have asked this first. Bloodline ability? Oh, sorry, I keep forgetting you don't know much about magic. A bloodline ability is a trait nobles inherit from the Frans. Whether or not you have one is also what separates nobles from knights. Was there any spell that felt simple when you used magic, or something that doesn't need you to try? It's not that it's original, just asking mana questions. I've gotten stronger. I have a good nose and I can pull blood at a far distance. Your sense of smell is exceptionally good if it's a bloodline ability. Being included with House Kiorn's name makes it exceptionally good. A bloodline ability, fairly common trait though. Alright. HM. I see, sir. Why are you suddenly acting like this? I think I know. Which house is your abilities closest to? Which house is that? A great house known as pursuers or hunters, House Sahar, the one that fought a war with House Arabion. The name lands like a stone dropped in still water. Turan stands in the fading light. The war that killed Kiorn's family, the house his bloodline points to, and somewhere out there a world that's been waiting. House Sahar. The name just sits there heavy. Turan processes it. The great House Sahar. The elders' enemies. Same bloodline. He looks at Kiorn. Should I apologize? But these are the actions of relatives he's never met who are practically strangers. Kiorn cuts through it. Turan, don't make such a horrified expression. You didn't participate in that war yourself. But still it's an adult situation. If we try to wash blood with blood, the fighting never ends. Don't you have regrets? About what? About telling me to go down the hill. If you go down the mountain and pursue power, you'll inevitably end up joining the Zahar family. You have outstanding abilities after all, but I trust your character. Turan goes quiet. You're talking about the goodness of someone who saved you even while revealing an identity you've hidden your whole life. Rather, if someone like you joined the Zahar family, maybe it could stop a terrible war from happening again. Either way, there's no need to force any decision about it. My thoughts are clear now. I want to try going down the mountain. You've thought well, but not right away. I'll head down once your injury heals. How kind. I'm merely a bit scratched. Truly, a really good person inside. Lessons begin. To use magic, you absolutely need mana. That's why mana is commonly called the key to omnipotence, but it's not truly omnipotent like the name suggests. To use magic, you need mana that matches it. The difficulty of magic is largely determined by three factors. First, bloodline. Second, affinity. Third, causality. The first one, bloodline, is something you're born with, applies to most nobles and knights. For example, healing by touch with magic would be difficult for Turan. But for the Revista bloodline from the south, basic recovery, natural, that's a power that comes from bloodline. Affinity, think of it as familiarity, the concept that mana can more easily tune to what you know. Like how Kiorn made a fireball as if throwing a rock, correct? Because he created and threw it slowly and calmly. Turan probably wouldn't have achieved that speed or firepower. And the last one, causality. Even Kiorn doesn't fully understand it. What would happen if you tried to kill someone perfectly using mana? Probably some light would come from nothing, and that would be it. That's exactly the phenomenon that happens from a lack of causality, when there's no appropriate cause for a desired effect it hits. And when what needs to be achieved is enormously significant, causality applies. Turan thinks, and this is where the Manhwa gets smart, it's not just about power levels, it's about rules, limitations, trade-offs. That's what makes a magic system feel real. If he wanted to kill someone rather than spending mana wishing for their death, he would need to provide a cause of death, like creating and shooting flames. Because creating and shooting fire is more efficient than directly wishing lightning hits. Exactly, you could have become a scholar instead of a mage. But I can control ordinary animals as I wish. So why is it that magical beasts act differently? That's because of this mana. Magic isn't easy. An excellent mage knows not just how to use mana, but the principles and situations behind it. Now thinking about it, the Zahar family does special magic, skilled in stealth and tracking. Try it once. Okay. I don't want to be seen by others. I wish neither sound nor smell could be detected. Did it work? Kiorn stands in the room, looks around. You succeeded. I can't see you. Kiorn stares at the empty space where Turan was standing, voice dropping. It's been a while since I've seen it, but that's a frightening ability. During the war, the Arabion knights feared that ability most. This seems like an unfairly powerful ability, but keep in mind it's not invincible. Now then, I'll teach you a few magic training methods. Aren't you teaching too much to an enemy family's mage? You saved my life and even treated me. And didn't I tell you? I trust your character. Turan looks at him. What? You're selling the sheep and leaving. Then who's going to be your companion from now on? Kiorn just smiles. And that smile says everything. Kiorn knows Turan needs to walk alone, but he's giving him the tools first. Now that I think of it, the villagers still owe him compensation. They called him a murderer, tried to frame him, and he saved every single one of them. Should he go collect it? He had no intention of receiving it, but it was him who caught the magical beast. Alright, then now, we must part ways here. Turan turns at the fork in the road. Sorry for refusing your offer to travel together. I'm more comfortable alone. Not at all. Thank you for everything. Turan, take care. Elder, I hope we can meet again with smiling faces. And so the boy watched Turan's retreating figure for a long time. Only later did he realize why he didn't want the old knight to speak to him formally. Although he never lacked affection from his mother, the boy had secretly been yearning for a father figure. Someone who could be a role model for what kind of man the boy should become. Gone just like that. That's the quiet heart of this story. Not the fights, not the magic, just a boy who wanted a dad and got one for 3 days. Turan turns, faces the road ahead, hood up, alone for the first time in a different way. He spots figures in the distance, traveling merchants moving village to village. Good, let's ask for directions. He steps into their path. Who are you to block our path? Calm, simple. I'm traveling alone. Can I ask about the nearest city? If you follow the road we came from, you'll reach a city called Muri. I see. Thank you for telling me. Wait, he turns back. You're just going to leave after getting information. What? Then if you receive something, you should give something in return. First, take off that bulging bag. Bandits. So what if we are, let's call it recklessness. This is a deserted road where no one would find it strange if someone died right here. Take off your bag and come down quietly while you're still being nice. Kill you flat if you don't comply. Turan looks at them. All of them. Bandits who don't even kill people, I see. A small flame blooms in his palm. Cold smile under the hood. I'll have to use you guys for practice. That grin, that flame, that energy. The shepherd just left the mountain, and the world has absolutely no idea what just walked into it. Subscribe and hit the bell because this legend is only getting started. And hey, if you're looking to add some legendary physical volumes to your own collection, I've left a link to my top manga picks in the description below. Grab them while you can. I'm Extract, and I'll see you in the next one.